So we completed the first 3 steps of our M&A model, and the final 4th step would be accretion dilution analysis. An accretion dilution analysis is a simple test used to evaluate the merit of a proposed merger or acquisition deal. It determines if the post-transaction earnings per share, or EPS, is increased or decreased, and based on that, determines the success of the deal. So let's go ahead and perform our accretion dilution analysis for the acquisition of Motorola by Google. I'm going to fly to the cell D35 with F5 function 5 window, and I'm going to calculate pro forma shares outstanding, which is a simple sum of diluted shares outstanding and new shares issued in transaction by acquirer. So I'm going to go ahead, go all the way up and find those numbers in the cells B9 and B11. The sum of these two will give me pro forma shares outstanding. As for pro forma EPS, pro forma earnings per share, I will take my pro forma net income and divide it by pro forma shares outstanding. Overall, this is the formula for EPS, earnings per share, net income divided by shares outstanding. And I will get $25.90 as a result. My acquirer standalone EPS, I'm going to find all the way above as well in the cell B10. And my accretion dilution per share will be a simple subtraction of pro forma EPS and acquirer standalone EPS. Beautiful. We have positive 90 cents, which is already a good sign. Let's calculate accretion dilution in percentage. I'm going to take my pro forma EPS divided by acquirer standalone EPS minus 1, and I get 3.6% of accretion. In our case scenario, it's positive number, so there's no dilution, accretion only, and that is a good sign for the deal. If we see accretion happening, it means that the deal makes sense to perform because our EPS increases with this merger. And if we see dilution, it means that earnings per share decreases with this merger, and we need to double check the strategy and the need to acquire that company, because it might cause us actually decrease in earnings per share, meaning that this acquisition might not make sense for us. Since it's positive, since it's accretion, we have a green sign for Google to acquire Motorola. But in addition to accretion dilution analysis, you have to perform many other analysis, not only quantitative but qualitative as well, to make sure that this is a good fit and this is a good move for both companies.